Hi, this is my second YouTube video for our course, Psychology of Women, which is online. And this video will contain my comments about some of the work that I have seen you submit to me through Blackboard. So the first thing I want to talk about is our class and your introductory assignments, which I really enjoyed very much. And so I'm going to share some of the highlights so that you'll know a little bit about your fellow classmates. So I have this type list here of things that were interesting, but there were more interesting things in all of the introductions that I got. Well, first of all, we have a lot of steak lovers and Italian food lovers, and we have people who work in establishments that serve steak and Italian food. So if we could just match y'all up, I think we'd have a class made in heaven. Other things that I think are interesting include that we have a student here who is one of 4 surviving quintuplets. We have a newlywed, a former ballet dancer, a mother who coaches her 8-year-old son's Little League baseball. We have a few dog lovers in this class, and we have one guy just listed all these Bengals related jokes that demonstrated his fervent love for the Bengals. We have a grandmother who is also qualified to be a professional puppeteer. So those were some things about what you did. We have some All My Children fans, and we have one student who had the nerve to tell me that she didn't like All My Children, but that's okay. And for the student who loves Arthur on PBS, I'm right there with her. I enjoyed more things. We have a student who graduated from high school 2 years early, and we have a student who knows the Dewey Decimal System, which is something that I learned about in elementary school, which kind of dates me. Okay, the jokes were great, loved the jokes. Some of them were a little long to repeat on here, but I'm going to repeat 2 of them. Oh, my cat's joining me again. The first one is in honor of my brother. He loves puns. He's a punny guy. This student said that camping is intense. And this one really made me laugh, and this was sort of in honor of my my love for Jack Handy jokes. He writes, and this is in quotes, "The crows seem to be calling his name, .call." Well, you may not appreciate it, but I certainly did. And finally, to the student who thinks she has big feet, I wear a shoe size 12. I can tell you all the places to go for big shoes. So anyway, thank you very much for sharing. There's more to share, but I promise confidentiality. And I know that all of you are really ready to graduate from college. You're talking about wanting to settle down. These are in your goals. Getting married. We do have some expectant parents in the group, and a lot of you are ready to buy your first home and get a job. So that's our class. Now, your first assignment was to complete the Feminist Perspective Scale, and this scale was designed to help you identify what kind of feminist you were, if at all, or if you had some sympathetic leanings towards feminism. So here are the results of our class, and these are from people who shared that I counted. We have 14 liberal feminists, and these are probably the most moderate of all the feminists. They believe in equal opportunity for all. Then we have 1 radical feminist. We have 4 women of color feminists. We have 1 who I couldn't tell. And we have 1 conservative, and this person would not be considered a feminist. So that would be, we have 1 conservative. And that conservative was not a male. So I just wanted to share that with you. I was pleased with your responses. It was clear to me that you grasped the notion that feminists are individuals, that they come in all shapes and sizes, and despite what the media would have us believe, feminists are not all one kind of negative stereotype, and I don't need to tell you what they are, but you certainly wrote them in your papers, but it would be sort of politically incorrect to sort of mention. some of the descriptions that were included. So I really appreciate the people that sort of took a step back and said, you know, I hadn't really thought about it, but you know, when I saw how many perspectives were represented, you know, I clearly feel comfortable with feminist perspectives or with feminist leadings, and I see how the media has negatively portrayed feminists, so or stigmatized feminists. So that said, I like to do this to introduce the course because women are different. We're all different. We're all individuals. We come from different backgrounds, different socioeconomic backgrounds, different ethnic backgrounds, racial backgrounds, and some of us feminists, are even men. And so it's very hard to pigeonhole, and that's really seems to be, to me, the objective of a lot of women's studies course, which this is not one, is to say, hey, we want to include everybody. We need to consider all points of view, all people, because there are biases in the way we read and interpret information about people and the way we investigate or understand people. And it is important to acknowledge that we all have these different points of view. So you did a great job on your first assignment. The next YouTube will be on probably the next few assignments. I'll try to make them short for you. The test is posted, and there is that study guide and practice, so please take advantage of those. And other than that, I'm really appreciating your great work. I'm very pleased. So I hope you're enjoying your summer, and I will be YouTubing soon, and keep those emails coming.